Hey there, ghostly guys and gals, and welcome back to another Ghostly Grub. Now, today is a very special occasion because it's America's birthday. It's 250th to be precise. So, I wasn't really gonna do anything for this 4th of July. My family's not really having any parties or anything, and I don't, I'm not doing anything. So I was like, you know what? I mean, I gotta do something though. It's like it's the 250th anniversary. It's gonna happen once. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me film a video. So today I went to the so today what I'm gonna do is that I went to the store and I bought like every single like 4th of July themed thing I could find. And honestly, it wasn't as much as I would have expected, but I got as much things as I could. And I'm gonna try everything, and then I'm going to rank them and see like which one was the best item I had that was a 4th of July themed thing, and which was the worst. The rules were that it has to be some sort of like aberration from what's normally sold. Like it can't just be like, for example, Mountain Dew, I think is technically like has a new can. It's like, oh, America Dew or something. No, it has to be like a different flavor. Like it can't just be like, you know, repackaged in a different like logo or, something like that. So that's like basically the main rule about like all these items. So that's why, it's supposed to be like something a little different. Anyway, the first item I'm gonna try are these red, white, and blue Nutty Buddy Little Debbie's. There were a few other Little Debbie options, but I felt like I had never even heard of these Nutty Buddy things. I don't know. I've never seen anything like these for Little Debbie, so I was like, let me try some of this, but it's completely brand new, and I'm curious like what I'm gonna think about it. So this is the first item. Okay. Okay, so unlike a lot of Little Debbie's, they actually only come in like little packs of one instead of like two to a pack. So let's open one up, ladies and gentlemen. So it's like a wafer sort of thing. Mm. Okay, that face is a little dramatic, but it's not that bad. It's just like, yeah, these are pretty, I don't really like them. They're kind of bad. I'm looking at these other options they have on the back, and maybe I'm kind of like, maybe I wish I would have gotten one of those instead. But I had to go try something new. So, yeah, not really a big fan of these. It's like a wafer. It kind of has like a nutty taste, with the frosty on top. It just was really like, eh. Tasted really processed. Yeah, I don't like I don't really like those wafers too much usually. So yeah, right now it's in first place. It probably won't be for long. If this ends in first place at the end of the video, I'm gonna be very disappointed because that means everything was worse than this. So for now, this is on top, but the next few items I hope will easily outperform it. Next, Form Energy Screamin' Freedom. I've never heard of this Form Energy. Most of the items that I'm going to be doing are actually drinks. There's only 3 food items, and a lot of them are like energy drinks. But yeah, I don't know why it's like a lot of them. Most of the stuff I found were drinks, but it is what it is. But I've never heard of this energy drink company before. And I'm not going to be drinking like the whole cans for all these. I'm only going to be drinking like a little sip every time. So don't worry, I'm not going to get like a heart attack from drinking like 8 energy drinks or whatever. But yeah. So right here on the can it says cherry, lemon, and blueberry flavored with other natural flavors. Now, I guess it'll be interesting to like do a test and see how good it is as an energy drink. But for all these drinks, I'm just doing purely off taste, like nothing else. So the thing is that some of the drinks have a little bit of a disadvantage, but this is like a 15 calorie drink. So it's a diet thing. Whereas in like, the next one, it's a monster, it's 200 calories. So maybe it's at a disadvantage, but I'll kind of like take into account that it's a diet drink too. And anyway, I really like certain diet drinks more than I do like the other drinks, sometimes anyway. Anyway, let's give it a try. Well, yeah. I mean, it's very solid. I think it tastes good. It's really good. Definitely 100% it's over the red, white, and blue Nutty Buddy things. Jeez. Easily cruises into first place. But yeah, it's got, a berry flavor. I'd say it's more like a blueberry thing. But yeah, definitely better than the Little Debbie Nutty Buddy. Next, we have this Juice Monster Strawberry Lemonade. So I guess it's not, I don't know, I think I've had one of these before, but it says Juice Monster, so I don't know how that necessarily differs from regular Monster. It also says energy juice. So I don't know, it's more of a juice. But yeah, it's like a big, all these things on it that makes it like a 4th of July thing. To be fair, I don't know if it really is an explicit like 4th of July item. I just grabbed it because I thought it was, but I thought it said something like, I don't know, something more like 4th of July themed. But just a strawberry lemonade. So maybe they actually do sell this flavor not at 4th of July. But let's give it a shot. This isn't a diet drink, so I think it's probably going to beat the Form energy drink, but let's see. Yeah, that's definitely very good. Very nice and tart. Definitely everything you want out of like a lemonade drink. But I feel like there's something in it like here that I don't know if I like. Yeah, there's some weird flavor in here that makes it almost taste like, this is a weird example. I'm gonna make myself sound really weird. But when you guys were kids, did y'all ever like chew on a balloon or something? Like, it feels like I taste that flavor. Like, the mix of plastic and the taste of helium? Honestly, I thought I was going to put this ahead of the Form energy drink because it's got way more sugar in it. But I think I like the Form energy drink better for sure. So I'm going to have to put this in second place after Form energy, but definitely ahead of the Little Debbie Nutty Buddies. So yeah. Next up, we got Pop-Tarts Star Spangled Blueberry. Now, to be fair, I think Pop-Tarts also has like a blueberry flavor that I'm sure they sell year round. But this specifically does say Star Spangled Blueberry. And it does, I'm sure it's a different design than what they normally have for their blueberry flavor. And I don't think I've ever had a blueberry Pop-Tart in the first place anyway. So it's all 100% new to me. But as you see, they've got, all this original stack of U.S. soccer, or not original, official. I hope that's not true, because if that's the case, I think we're in trouble for the World Cup, because I don't think those soccer players should be snacking on these all day. But yeah. So we'll see how it is. I'm gonna eat one lukewarm, and I'm gonna have one warmed up a bit. We don't have a toaster at our house, so I'm just gonna put it in the microwave. But yeah, I don't know. I sometimes eat Pop-Tarts warmed up, but sometimes I have them just like, without warming them up. Because I'm just hungry. I was like, I don't want to warm them up. I just want to eat them, So yeah. So I'm going to try them lukewarm. I'm also going to try one warmed up. So let's try one just lukewarm first. You know, two obviously come in a pack, so. Okay. They're very visually appealing. I love these little sprinkles in the red batter, red dough. I don't know what to call this. Red crust. I don't know. Anyway, let's give it a try. You know, honestly, it's hard for me to detect the difference in flavor between this and the strawberry Pop Tarts. That's not a bad thing necessarily, but I don't know. It's kind of a letdown if you want more variety. There's a bit of a difference, don't get me wrong. And obviously there's a different presentation. But you know, all that's just like coloring. It doesn't change the flavor. But I mean, to be fair, out of everything I've eaten so far, this is definitely the best. You know, I like this a lot. So yeah. That is good though. But let's try it warmed up. All right. And now let's have it warmed up. Arguably better than how it is lukewarm. It really just kind of, you know, depends on my mood when I have like one that's warmed up or lukewarm. I think I kind of like this one maybe better lukewarm right now in this moment anyway. But like I said, well, you know what? I want to say something. I think warmed up, the blueberry flavor actually comes out a little more. When you eat it lukewarm, it is kind of like almost like you probably could blindfold someone, tell them they're eating a strawberry Pop Tart, and then they would just believe you. Warmed up is a little bit more distinct, I think, for some reason. Maybe that's all in my head, but that's what it seems to me. In any case, no matter what, still definitely the best thing I've had so far. So the Pop Tarts are in the lead. Okay, now the next two items are a little bit interesting, a little weird. It's a little bit kind of cheating a bit because it's like they're almost the same thing, the same company, you know, but it's just like when I saw them side by side, I was so confused. I was just like, let me just bring them both, and like I want to see like what's the difference in their taste, if there's any difference. First, we've got Wild Bill's Rocket Pop Old Fashioned Soda Pop, and yeah, so there's this, and then there's Wild Bill's Craft Beverage Rocket Pop. They're literally the same company. But you might think at first, like, oh, well, they're just the same drink, just repackaged. But no, because this one says that it's 170 calories a can, and this one says 180. And then if you look at the ingredients, which one is the old-fashioned soda pop has a few more ingredients. This has carbonated filtered water, pure cane sugar, natural flavor, citric acid, sodium benzoate, and potassium sorbate. But the craft beverage or whatever, it says carbonated water, pure cane sugar, natural flavor, citric acid, and sodium benzoate. So this is added potassium sorbate. That seems to be the main difference. I don't know why this one has potassium sorbate and why this one doesn't. I don't even know what potassium sorbate is. And they're the same flavor. Both of them say that they have raspberry, cherry, and lime flavor. So I have no idea. Both say that they're, you know, pure cane sugar. This one say low sodium. No, it says caffeine free and gluten free. Maybe this one has caffeine in it? Hmm. Maybe it does have caffeine. Maybe that's the. No, no, this one says caffeine free too. It also says gluten free. Actually, yeah, they all say the exact same things. But that's weird. Okay, well, let's try the lower calorie one first, I guess. This one is the one that does not have, what was it? Potassium sorbate? Yeah, but this one does not have potassium sorbate. So, yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, that is a really delicious drink. It's kind of a weird thing to judge against, like the Pop Tarts, because it's like it's like I don't know, how do you compete with a food when you're just in a completely different category? But you know what? I do think this tastes better than the Pop Tart. So this is number one right now. But now I'm interested to see how it's going to compare with the potassium benzoate version. Maybe the potassium benzoate will take it to a whole new level. Let's or not. I'm saying potassium benzoate now. It's potassium sorbate. Maybe let's see. Apparently, potassium sorbate adds 10 calories too. But anyway, that is really interesting. It tastes a lot different than the potassium sorbate free one, the one that says craft beverage. This one tastes like the lime flavor is a lot more strong, and the other one it was a little more cherry esque. This one I tasted way more of the lime, and that's not a bad thing. This is really good. Yeah, it's a very interesting flavor. I think it would be great in like a mixed drink. I feel this would go really well with some sort of tequila, like maybe a margarita drink. Like it's yeah, it's a lime thing. And it's like it's really good. It has like a very unique flavor. But definitely I think it is better than the potassium sorbate free thing. And I feel kind of like weird saying that because it's like, oh, this one with this extra weird chemical in it is way better. So it's kind of like I feel kind of like, oh God, what am I drinking? But if we're just going off taste, this one does have the edge over the one that doesn't have potassium sorbate. This one that just says craft beverage and this says old fashioned soda. So the old fashioned soda Wild Bill is in the lead. Okay, now I hate to say it, but this one is also a little bit of a cheat. So what I wanted was to get the Oreo Bomb Pop, Oreos. But I saw an advertisement for them somewhere. So I know they exist and I know they're out there, but there were none at the store I was at. So I was just like, okay, screw it. I'm gonna get the Oreo birthday cake Oreos. Because I mean, even if it's not a limited time thing or whatever, it is America's birthday. So yeah, and I've never even had this flavor of Oreo before. So I'm going to give them a try. And yeah, like I said, I know it's a little bit of a cheat because it's not like pure Fourth of July, but we're just gonna, let it slide. All right, it'll be okay. All right. It looks mostly like a regular Oreo, unless you see like the little sprinkles. Ooh, these smell really good too. Like I don't know how to describe it. It just smells like the artificial birthday cake flavor. But it doesn't smell like an actual birth. Well, maybe some birthday cakes might smell like this, but man, that smell, that's awesome. Let's give them a try. Man, these are really good. These honestly are probably like the best Oreos I've ever had. Definitely way better than like the original version. I feel like I happily have other flavors of Oreos potentially that are also could compete with this, but I don't remember. I usually don't eat Oreos as much as other cookies, but man, this is really good. Definitely at number one right now, but yeah, these cookies are incredible. I highly suggest going out and buying some Oreo birthday cake if you haven't already, because these are really good. Okay, now our next item we got Fago Firework. Um, Now once again, this is a little bit of a cheatsy item because I'm pretty sure you can get this when it's not like Fourth of July or even summer. Like maybe I'm wrong, but I swear to God, like a few years ago, at like where I was working at the time, I saw somebody with one of these, and it was like March or like even earlier, like February or January or something. And they had one of these, and it's not even like really Fourth of July. It doesn't really say anything about it, but I wanted to, I was curious because I've seen these before. I've never tried one, and honestly, I feel like Fago is always just a mid soda. Apologies to any Fago fans out there. But I've tried a bunch of different flavors. I tried the cotton candy flavor, because I usually like cotton candy flavored things. But I've made a discovery that cotton candy flavored drinks are like 100% of the time bad. Unless it's like, I don't know, a cotton candy milkshake or something like that. I had blueberry Fago too because of that song. I don't remember who it's by, but there's that rap song, the Blueberry Fago song. I like that song. I was like, ooh, let me go try it. And it was actually better than the cotton candy one, but it was also very like mid. So I don't have high hopes for this, firework flavor Fago. Try saying that 3 times fast. But I was like, let's give it a try. Ah, shit. Okay. All right, let's give it a drink. Okay. Well, you know what? Fago's kind of redeeming itself. I'm not going to say that it's the best thing I've had today, but I'll tell you what, it's definitely the best, by far, Fago flavor I've ever had. That gives me an idea. Fago, try video. What am I trying to say? A Fago Ghostly Grub, I guess, where I, try every flavor of Fago. But this one's actually really good. It's not the best drink I've had. It's definitely far from the healthiest. This is 300 calories per bottle. So that's also bad. But it has a very interesting flavor. How do I describe it? It kind of does taste like, I guess what a popsicle would be like. I actually haven't ever had one of these America Bomb Pops or whatever. But it's just, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to describe, which I guess it makes sense because it's probably filled with artificial things that make the potassium sorbate I was talking about look like, I don't know, broccoli and healthiness. It has like a bubblegum flavor to it. It's interesting. I honestly think that if they dyed this pink and marketed it as a bubblegum soda, it would actually people would be like, oh yeah, bubblegum. Um, but yeah, it is very decent. Definitely not the best thing I've had, not the best drink even, but not bad. Now, I had to save this item for last cause Ghost. I've been a fan of, ironically, not just because of the name. I do actually really like this energy drink. I don't get it like often. Like if I get an energy drink, I actually usually won't get Ghost. I'll usually get usually just get like a Mountain Dew, even though it's technically not an energy drink. But I feel like it gives me a lot more energy than most regular energy drinks. But some drinks just make me crash immediately. Like Red Bull will often make me just, yeah, get tired immediately and crash. And Monster is like okay, but like I don't know. It doesn't like fill me with a lot of energy. I feel like this one actually does work pretty well though. So honestly, I probably should get it more, but yeah. But yeah, this is the Ghost America Pop. Murica. You see, it's not America, it's Murica. And it's only, well, actually, how many? It's 10 calories, zero sugar. Let's see, 200 milligrams of caffeine, a bunch of other stuff that I don't know what the heck this is. Carnipure, carnitine, 100 milligrams of neurofactor, and 100% for daily vitamins. What the heck does that even mean? 100% for daily vitamins. What? That doesn't even make any sense. Okay, whatever. I'm not here to pick apart Ghost's marketing. I'm here to pick apart the taste. So let's give it a try. And by the way, Ghost executives, I know I just kind of, bashed whatever the heck that was, but hey, sponsor. I'm not sponsored by any of these products, but Ghost. Hit me up if you want to sponsor me, because I'll gladly drink everything you've got and I'll say whatever you want if you pay me. So yeah, I guess I sound like a corporate shill now, but I have 40 subscribers, so it's kind of hard to be that. Anyway, let's give it a try. Yeah, like it's good, but compared to the other Ghost flavors you can get, like, I think, isn't Ghost the one with the Sour Patch Kids flavor? I think they are. In any case, this is probably the worst Ghost flavor I ever had. I think the other like flavors you can get are definitely better than this one. As to where it stands with the other drinks, it's definitely better than Form. And obviously, that, of course, that would make it better than the Monster. But everything else, it's not as good. But it's not bad. It's just like, let me try to describe the flavor. I don't know. You see, that's the problem. It's like, so I think they're going for that, like, bomb pop flavor. But it kind of just ends up tasting like nothing in a way. Like, obviously, there's a flavor. It's not like, it's not just water, but it's almost, I don't know. It's just like, it's just a little fruity. I guess I would just describe it as like a fruity flavor that's very indistinct, indescribable. Um, I'm sure it probably does work well as an energy drink, just going off energy, not taste. And obviously, it's relatively like healthy in regards to calories and sugar. But yeah, in regards to taste, it's pretty mid. Okay, so we've reached the end of the video. I've tried all these items, and now I'm going to go through all of them and tell you which one was the worst. I'm going to go from worst to best and say which one was, we're going to see which one was the best item. Now, the worst, by far, Little Debbie's Red, White, and Blue Nutty Buddy. These sucked. Eat these if you hate yourself, if you hate your body, and if you love artificial flavors that suck balls. So, yeah. Little Debbie, do better, because I know you can. Next up, Monster Juice Screamin', or no, this isn't the Screamin' Freedom. This is the Strawberry Lemonade. Monster, if you're gonna make a drink that's 200 calories, you better make it taste better than drinks that are like 10 and 15 calories. And since this is the worst drink on here, there means that there were others that were much better. Not to say this drink is awful, but if I'm going to spend 200 calories on a drink, it better taste good. And this is very, very mid. So, Monster, do better, because I know you can. All right. And now in, how many items is there? Uh, in seventh place, we've got Form. And for Form, Screaming Freedom, it's very just, all right. It's serviceable. I mean, actually, well, I don't know. I'm not testing it about as an energy drink, but as a drink, just pure drink. If we're just talking about a drink, it's not bad. But it's just not. It's not what I'm going to be grabbing when I go into the store for my Fourth of July drink needs. So, not bad, but eh. Now we have the drink named after me. And this one it's getting better. It's all getting better, but it's still just like a weird, hard to describe flavor. A little like, how do I describe it? Like, just kind of weird. But it's still, I think it'll probably be good as an energy drink because Ghost energy drinks have been good for that in the past. And it's definitely not an awful flavor. It's better than the other ones I mentioned. And at only 10 calories as opposed to 200 calories, it's a much better drink option than the Monster. So, Ghost, sixth place. Now, we've got the Pop Tart Star Spangled Blueberry. So yeah, once again, a very mid item. Pop Tarts, in general, I mean, okay, hear me out. I think Pop Tarts in general are kind of a mid, like, thing. Like, they really hit when you were a kid. When you grow up and your palate matures and you're like, Pop Tarts, you know. But even among Pop Tarts, this flavor is kind of like not that great. Like, I think the s'mores flavor is definitely better than this flavor. I can't really think of any other flavors off the top of my head, but I mean, I would say the strawberry, but the strawberry flavor is like basically just this. The only like time it tastes different is when you put it in the, warm it up, and then the blueberry flavor comes out a bit more. But yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's definitely all right. They taste like okay. Your kids might like them more than you do, but they're decent. So, Pop Tarts, fifth place. Now we've got the Faygo, what was it called? The Faygo Firework. Now, I think this is also a failure in marketing. I think this would do better as a bubblegum flavor. But it's still a good drink, but it's also 300 calories, which is ridiculous, but it's good. But if your drink is gonna be 300 calories, then you better hope that it's gonna be amazing. Because I can get a Coke that's about this size and it will be less than 200 calories. So why should I spend all those calories on a Faygo that's like decent, but it's like, 300 calories, like, it's 71 grams of sugar. Maybe I'm getting too much into the health aspects of everything. And I mean, but once again, it is all purely on taste. It's just like, to add insult to injury. Like, this drink is okay, but then it's also 300 calories. So I'm like, screw that, I would never pick this up just to drink it, unless for some reason I just was oddly craving it. But yeah, this drink, it's good. It definitely is better than all those other drinks that I've shown so far. But definitely some serious problems in marketing and the health. But the taste is okay. It's pretty decent. Now we're starting to get into some actual winners. In third place with the bronze medal It's Bill's Rocket Pop. And this is the craft beverage one that has no potassium sorbate. And once again, this is a really good soda. It definitely tastes really good. I mean, like I said, like, unlike the other one, which is ahead of it in second place. Spoiler, sorry, but it has more of a subtle flavor. That's more of a like leans even more into the cherry aspect. But this is a really good soda. I definitely want to have to try more of the Wild Bill products in the future. And unlike Fago or Monster, this is only 170 calories. So it's also way healthier. I mean, healthier. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely very much earned the bronze medal at third place. Now with the silver medal in second place, we got the potassium sorbate soda. That's what I'm going to call it. The Wild Bill's Rocket Pop, old fashioned soda pop. They never should call it the potassium sorbate soda. I think that's more of a ring to it, and I'm sure it's going to sell like that. Anyway, this one is like has a much more interesting flavor profile, much more complex, and I also love the lime, like the little lime that kind of like comes out, unlike the other version of this. I guess that's potassium sorbate for you. It must taste like lime. um, but yeah, this is definitely a delicious soda. If I had a 4th of July cookout, if I had friends to do that with, or whatever, I'd be passing these all around. So this is definitely the best 4th of July drink. So yeah, go out and get yourselves a Wild Bill's Rocket Pop thing with potassium sorbate. Yeah. Last but certainly not least, with the gold medal, first place. And I feel kind of bad for doing this because, like I said, it was a little bit of a cheatsy pick, but it's going to be the Oreo birthday cake. These were so good. And not only do they taste good, but like I said, they smell good. You open up that packaging and then it just smells so good. Like, it smells like something that you would get at what's it called? Bath and Body Works. Like, you go in there, you smell like all those delicious like lotions and perfumes and stuff. They need to partner up and make like a lotion or a perfume or something with this scent, because it just it smells really good. So it has that going for it. And on top of it, tastes great. Regular Oreos are already delicious. Birthday cake Oreos though, they take the cake. Haha, pun. Anyway, so for maybe some people, I mean, nobody's going to watch this, but if somebody does and they're randomly upset about it, I'm sorry that the thing that won was not necessarily a 4th of July item. But once again, it is America's birthday, so, and it's my video, so screw you. Okay, that's mean. You know what I mean. But these are definitely delicious. So definitely go out and try some for yourself too. I hope all y'all have a happy, safe 4th of July if you celebrate it. In any case, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hope you all like, comment, subscribe. Stay ghostly.